Once again, we're back for our live action show. This is John.
This is Don.
This is Charlie.
All things paranormal.
Give her credit. What's up?
Man, I tell you what, we have got an action-packed show tonight.
It's full.
That's why I'm here.
In fact, it's so full we had to call in a third person.
It's full of something.
So, being that this, we've been discussing this Area 51, we're going to kind of continue on with some of this, some of the things with Area 51.
Yeah, about who kind of broke it loose, or kind of broke the story loose on it, or whatever.
So anyway, this all started back by this physicist by the name of Bob Lazar back in 1989. He went to a story.
We got a picture of that dude, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, let's show this guy up here.
Let's show a picture.
That's Bob Lazar right there.
That's Bob Lazar.
So everybody in the world got up there. He was on Coast to Coast several hundred times, and talked to Art Bell several million times, stuff like that.
So anyway, he was born back in 1959, and he had he got several different colleges, Princeton, MIT, and but certain things, and even they get up there and says that he did not work there.
Who says that?
That's the federal government says
at Area 51.
He does not work at Area 51, and he doesn't even. And Princeton and MIT says he didn't even go to school there.
So what they do, like erase his identity?
Exactly. Now you want to know, all right, now let's say, how do we know this guy's not really cuckoo?
Well, I don't know. How do we know?
Well,
did he take a lie detector test or something?
He took 4.
Really?
4 lie detector tests.
And did he pass them?
Every one of them said he has no attempt to deceive.
Really?
That's right.
So that means he's telling the truth. Or he believes he's telling the truth.
Well, we can go that a step forward or two.
Let's go ahead.
Now,
step forward.
The guy that was doing an interview a long time ago by the name of George Knapp, he actually looked in there to the, I guess you could call it the phone directory for the Area 51, which they actually call it the Los Alamos Center. So they had like an inner newspaper of different things. Well, believe it or not, he was in that newspaper.
Well, George Knapp was actually on Coast to Coast also.
Yep. They had his name and his picture from where he did work in Area 51.
Wow, man, that's strange.
So
they denied that he was there, but yet
yeah,
was there.
They got a picture of him. They got him also in their little phone book.
If they went through all that trouble to even from colleges and stuff, he must have found something.
Yeah, so
something.
So what's he hiding?
So
what's the government hiding?
So yeah, that's right. What is the government hiding? So we're gonna get down there and we're gonna take a look. Now, what did he do at Area 51?
I don't know. What did he do?
He was actually a physicist, and he was there to reverse engineer the alien spacecraft that they had.
Do we have a picture of that?
The alien spacecraft?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You asked a question about that, and this is what he drew.
Well, now, hang on just a second. Let's take a look there. Now, what?
All right, if you take a look, we're going to get down in there to some of the elements and stuff like that. But that is kind of the thing. If you look on to the right, you got the little alien up there on the screen. But anyway, you have a different type of...
What are them little tank-looking things down there?
That is part of the antimatter reactor.
So it runs off of antimatter?
That's what they say. That's what he says. So anyway, it runs off. Anyway, So he reverse engineered the spacecraft. Now you want to know how many spacecraft we got. Because everybody knows about 1951, where it's Roswell, New Mexico, where it crashed, right?
Well, allegedly. That's what they're saying.
That's what they say, allegedly. So allegedly, while he was working there, he was working on one of 9 UFOs.
So they got 9 of them?
9.
So, hey, before we really get off in the big old pile of this steaming stuff, we want to get up there. Hey, I want to get up there and give a big shout out to friends, family, countrymen, wives that let us do the playing around.
People that watch us,
People that watch us, put up with us, that don't put up with us.
The government have not shut us down
The
yet.
government has not shut us down yet.
That's right.
Yeah, let us do our thing. Even though we're not probably
We're probably the least of the worst.
Yeah, we're probably the least threat of anybody in the world.
But that's the one you need to look at.
Yeah.
We might stumble upon something.
We're probably the second least threat. We'll find out who the least threat is here in a little while.
Yeah, probably so. But we could, but we might stumble on something one of these days.
Yeah, one of these years.
We might not know what it is we stumbled on, but we might stumble on something.
We stumbled across the Bigfoot thing once.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, one of our members did.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the hidden papers of the Yeti. But
so anyway, there was 9 UFOs.
Were they all crashed, or they just were they given to us?
I don't recall him saying which one it was. There's enough of the UFOs. The biggest detail that he had, other than that kind of a drawing, was that you had the seats. The seats of it was like little tiny, like little car seats. So evidently aliens has come from wherever it is, the little small things. They're not big, big people like us.
Well, I'm sure that if you're gonna take it and go travel light years, you can't take it and feed a 500-pounder, for 60 years.
Or much less kind of shove a big 500 porker all the way through space.
Yeah,
that's a lot of energy.
But if it's just seats, though, that means that they're obviously not expecting to stay long in that spaceship either.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's right.
So that means they must go faster.
So they might be able to take it and make that travel within a seat distance.
Yeah.
That's pretty good too. I mean, we're not just.
Well, that's gonna tie into something here in just a minute when we get down there.
Hey, dude, I didn't even know that you might be something other than just some pretty face.
Yeah.
I mean. That is what I mean.
So he actually did not work in the section of Area 51 that everybody thinks of. He worked just a few miles down in the section S4, which is, let's see what they got that called. That is, well, anyway, I must not have wrote it down. It's just a few miles south. It's just a few miles south of the Area 51 into the whole section, where
down below, or is it down the street?
It's on down south, and it's right over by some big pond looking thing.
Like Area 48 or something?
And it was, I'm trying to think of the actual, anyway, it's S4. So
the S4 section.
The S4 section. And and as he was working on an antimatter reactor, he come across this thing that says, in order to the actual motor of it, we're going to call it a motor, this reactor, antimatter reactor, requires this element called E115.
Huh.
Element 115.
Well, I do know this, that antimatter is some dangerous stuff. They're thinking that they had a little, like a grain of it, take it and hit part of the earth like billions of years ago, and it got up there and took out a chunk of earth, the size of the United States.
To create the moon.
Yeah.
That was, okay.
Yeah, basically.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
So anyway, they had this element 115, and when this story broke back in 1989, and everybody's sitting over here going element 115. Well, there's no such thing as element 115. So they're like, man, this is
not on the table, like a
periodic table.
Yeah, not on periodic table. There was nothing like that. And then so everybody says, well, that's
something wrong with it.
Something wrong with it. they can't verify his identity and all that stuff. Well, when they start checking in on him, they start checking out, say, well, there's a picture of him there. He's actually in the phone book. And lo and behold, back in 2013,
there it is.
there
the element pops up.
element one. Oh wait, I'm sorry. In 2003, lo and behold, with a joint effort between American physicists and Russian physicists, it was synthesized, and all of a sudden there it is.
There's the element.
So they made it?
They all of a sudden discovered element 115.
So he knew about it way before it was ever even made.
He knew about it years. Let's go, that's 1989, so let's go 90, that's at least 23 years earlier.
Golly. Man, that's something.
Threw that out there, 23 years earlier. Now,
And that's what they supposedly used for fuel for the.
that's what they used for the antimatter. And let me get in here to tell you how it's actually done. It's used as basically what it creates is the distortion of space and time. And then it's a reactionless, motor. So you don't see any kind of thing shooting out of the back of it. But what it does, it creates a distortion in space and time to where that's how it's traveled. And it actually bends the space.
So it actually folds it up.
So
where they can just go from here.
So
to
it's
here.
kind of like taking here to here
and then
and
bend
then just bending it like this. And then that's all you got to do is just travel this little bit.
And that explains why you don't need no beds.
Don't need no bed.
That's why all you need
all you
is
got
a
is a chair.
That seems instant. That seems like.
That is all the reason why all you need is a seat.
And it doesn't have to be very wide either. Because, because you're not
You're not
sitting
very
very long
Well,
to make that butt flat.
And it might be because if it's bigger, then it may take that much more fuel to get through that.
So
Well, there might only be just a little small hole that you could only slide through.
So while Bob Lazar was there, he discovered certain things. Like one, he says that the alien involvement in the human race has been around for about 10,000 years, off and on. And then, and because of different types of things going through all that, they had people started looking into it, and it's just carrying on, and it's usually more or less like, let's do this story on this particular time, and let's do, because it's like the anniversary or something like that. But let me tell you something, 2017, the New York Times, now, everybody knows New York Times, that's a big paper.
Yeah, that's a big paper.
It revealed a top secret government project called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification, and it was founded in 2007.
Huh.
Now, these particular government documents that they found during this investigation, the New York Times, we're not talking about the National Enquirer, we're talking about the New York Times. The things they found on this is that they had different papers that was coming through about objects that was moving at high rates of speed and velocities with no signs of propulsion. Now, with no signs of propulsion, that seems to follow what this same Bob Lazar was talking about with bending the space and time. It was able to hover without any kind of modes of lift, like the Harrier or the helicopter. It was able to hover without any of that. And believe it or not, the actual government funded this. With $22 million in funding over a 5-year period.
I'll be done.
So,
Well,
It just don't seem like it's that much to be able to because that work on a spaceship, ain't? I mean, it don't seem like it's much money.
that's what
Hey,
they had.
if anybody out there's got anything they want to add to this, man, give us a holler at 550-7384 or 409-239-3437. Give us a holler. And man, we'll slap you on here real quick.
So anyway, they had on this particular thing on Bob Lazar was working on, he's not the only one. They had certain scientists. They had this guy back in '96. This documentary by Dreamland was done by a 71-year-old mechanical engineer. So if y'all look it up on a documentary called Dreamland that was done back in '96, on this mechanical engineer. He claimed he worked on the flying saucers and trained the United States pilots
On how to fly?
on how to fly.
Oh,
And it's based off a crashed flying saucer.
man, look at that.
Dang, 32 people, 34 people.
Hey, everybody, thanks for watching, y'all.
So anyway, you know, and then they don't necessarily have just weather, you know, just different types of stuff over there at 51. They say that they've been working on some different types of weather and different kind of things like that. But we want to get into some of the, you know, this just didn't start off with back in '89.
Yeah.
We're going to throw this out there real quick, and this is going to be a little bit of, what time is it?
It's about time for a commercial.
Yeah, okay, we'll come back and do something here in a second. Let's go to commercial.
Hey, this is Don, All Things Paranormal. Hey, check out our e-store at allthingsparanormaltx.com. We got shirts, hats, and cups. Give us a holler if you want one. All Things Paranormal. Hey, this is Don, All Things Paranormal. Hey, check out our e-store at all. And we're back!
And we're back. So anyway, now, you know, this all started back when you had they're going to be called, these are the top key people of, I guess you could call it aliens, or different types of past type things. And this is going to be the Majestic 12. Now, you're going to say, who is the Majestic 12?
I don't know. At least it ain't the hateful eight.
Yeah, at least it ain't the hateful eight. Well, anyway, these are the Majestic 12. These people are supposed to be the top scientists, the top people of the military, the CIA, different kinds of things that people had to start. And I mean, this started off back during just right after World War II. All right. Now, and these were the ones that was kind of an oversight of the different kinds of stuff going on at Area 51. At different, you know, they even had one that's supposed to be over at Dallas. It was supposed to be, anyway, so they said, okay, well, what kind of problems, you know, do they have? Well, they had a general, what's his last name? Forrestal. James
Forrestal.
Yeah, James Forrestal. He was the Secretary of Defense, and he decided, hey, look, government is getting kind of, you know, oversight here. We need to throw these aliens out so that everybody can know it. Well, guess what happened?
They ain't thrown them out yet.
They said he killed himself.
Man.
Killed himself.
That's what they say.
God dang.
All right, so
anyway, that's our spiel on the aliens on that
all
part.
right, so now guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It is our 51 minute.
51 minutes.
Yeah, all right, so here we go. Here's our first video. That's 51 minute video. Here we go. Let's see what we got.
So everybody take off running like this.
Alright, so that's our 51 minutes. So alright, here we go. So we got up there, now for all the people that's there, now we got, where's our pictures at? So now, here's from our people from New York, alright? Nope, that ain't it. How about, let's see, oh, sorry. There's our people from New York right there.
They doing their run.
Y'all check that out. They probably won't do
practice.
much.
They probably won't stop
They may
most
not.
stuff. They can
Yeah.
probably stop most
They
stuff.
probably won't. Now, once they get there and y'all free the aliens,
You free the aliens now.
there we go.
Here is All Things Paranormal public service announcement.
That's right.
Are you an alien that has been injured by a crazy American storming Area 51? You may call
Maybe entitled to some compensation.
to some compensation. There it is.
So we're not liable for any injuries I made.
That's right. We're not. Hey, now that don't mean that All Things Paranormal has anything to do with
We do not
storming them.
condone.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
But there's a lawyer just in case for you aliens to get,
That's
get
right.
released.
We want
But
everybody to be part of
If
it.
you are an alien and you are getting attacked, make sure you send us the video too.
That's right.
Right.
So you have evidence.
So when
So-
you storm Area 51, do it live on Facebook.
That's right.
No
Yeah.
video.
And now, today, while we was getting ready for our show, we got another little video we want to take it and show. So this video that happened today. Oh, video 5. No, it's video number 2.
Hey, it's John, All Things Paranormal. So we come here to do our work like we normally do, getting ready for the show, make sure everything's working and stuff. And right as we was walking up, we looked, and lo and behold, somebody has dropped off a box. Now, we're not real sure what it is. It looks like a wooden box. It's got stuff in it. It's sealed up almost like a die box. So, naturally what we're going to do, we don't know yet, but we're going to come across a plan. Anyway, we're going to let you know what's going on with it. This is John, All Things Paranormal.
All right, anybody know what that is? Give us a holler. You put it there. Tell us what it is.
Now, if you delivered that to us, give us some insight on what it is, or, why you dropped it off to us. We didn't have any notes or nothing. We'd like to, we'd like to kind of know what we're going to do. And,
What's in it?
yeah, what's in it?
Why you dropped it off to us?
Now-
If
now's
it's
the
something that
time.
you just got up there and said, hey, man, here you go. Hey, that's pretty cool looking little thing. Hey, cool, we accept that. Yeah, that's fine. But if you threw it up there for a reason, you just didn't want it around,
It's
something that we need to worry about,
yeah.
let us know
Let
that
us
too.
know.
And now's the time to call too if you want
Yes,
to call us up.
Yeah, send us a text, whatever.
409-550-7384 or
409-239-3437.
we're here for that. So, but we would like to know who it was that dropped it off.
Yes.
And,
But now people drop stuff off to us all the time. But we're gonna take it and put that over here in our little safekeeping box for Eric for now until we figure out what's going on. But we'll keep y'all posted.
Yeah, it's if that's something y'all want us to look into,
Yeah.
we gotta have more information.
If you have a problem, give us a holler. We will be glad to help you out.
Yeah.
So, well, anything else? Anything you want to talk about?
Well, I'm just happy to be here.
Well, we're glad that you showed up.
Yeah, we're glad Charlie was able to make it.
Yes.
He's not here all the time,
No.
but that means go home and get some sleep because we got to work in the morning.
Who got to work? I'm gonna call in.
No, don't be saying that. You gotta take it like the rest of us.
So, man, what do you think about old Bob Lazar? That's the craziest thing
Well,
I've ever heard.
whenever you start throwing stuff out there like, hey, this guy throws a bunch of crap out there, and you're like, man, that's just a bunch of stuff back in '89. And then if you start taking a gander and going that, hey, look, in 2003, because the element he said was not there, was synthesized, and all of a sudden, there it is. And then when you get, you start having problems with,
Partner company, I better not call in.
so, and then all of a sudden the element was synthesized. You do a lie detector test on this guy, not just one, not just two, but four of them, and he passes all four. And then all of a sudden you start finding documents of where he was really there. And I'll tell you something else too. What really made it kind of strange is whenever he went public in '89, and all of a sudden he starts talking about this element 115. All of a sudden, right after he said, hey, we got element 115, guess what happens? The dadgum FBI raids his house and like, hey, Now, if I get up there and say, hey, I got element 127, then, you know, and the FBI comes and raids my house, for what?
Yeah. Well, what is that element? Is it?
Well, the actual,
I guess all elements that are produced now are all atomic, right?
Yeah, the element was atomic, and it was such and whenever they discovered the element in 2003, it was a joint effort, and you had with Americans and Russians, and so it turned out that Moscovium is the actual name that they gave it.
Hey,
As the
John,
element.
how you doing? John Hayes?
As the element itself is called Moscovium. And that's what, you know, instead of what they should have called it was Lazar. I mean, 'cause he come up with it back in '89.
What is it? What is it actually? What do they say the purpose of it is? So
They use it. They use that element to do for the reaction to make the engine, the propulsion system, to distort space and time.
So, well, I mean, what does the government say it's used for?
Well, the government just says they were there just to create this mess
They
around.
just found
Now
out.
you're not gonna have an inter-country thing between Russian and American to get up there and try to search and create this one element for no daggum reason.
Oh, sure it wasn't going to be back in 2013 either. You know,
2003,
or
yeah.
2003 either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we was still over at everybody else's throats about that time too.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
mean, even though the Cold War was over,
Yeah.
you know, finished up in '88, but that's not but 5 years off the Cold War when you
Yeah.
started having combined scientists creating that one element for that propulsion. You know, that's I'm gonna have to say, whatever you used to call BS on this guy, I'm gonna have to say it actually was probably pretty legit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it probably was.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't go through all that. You don't have all that knowledge of, you know, scientific stuff and not go to college. And they say he'd never been to college.
Say he's never been to college.
So I mean,
Yeah.
And then get up there and just say, hey, the guy's a crackpot, but we're gonna raid his house anyway.
Yeah.
You know, that tells you right there something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
You know, something just ain't right.
Yeah. So, but this is Don.
It's John.
it's Charlie.
All things paranormal. Y'all have a good evening.
Yep.